65 Georgians have died in just the past 7 hours from coronavirus. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Sean Gables.
Hi, Sean. I'm Rick Fullbaum. That number is staggering. Here is a look at the latest figures here in Georgia. There are now more than 7,500 confirmed cases statewide. Of those cases, nearly 1,400, or more than 18%, are hospitalized. The death toll is also nearing another stunning landmark, with 294 people dead. New tonight, MARTA making changes after a bus driver's picture reveals passengers failing to follow social distancing guidelines. Take a look at this picture, and you can see those passengers packed into seats. CBS 46's Trayson Bragg is live with how MARTA is responding tonight. Trayson.
Well, Rick, it all started with a policy change that was meant to promote social distancing on all MARTA buses. Riders I spoke with say it did the exact opposite.
The buses were getting a little packed.
Yeah, that might be a bit of an understatement. Oluwajun Akindru tells me he takes MARTA at least 4 times a week. Last week during those rides, he found himself smack dab in the middle of a mosh pit just like this one.
I was a little bit freaked out, like it was a health hazard.
Considering we're living amongst a deadly pandemic, he wasn't the only rider concerned.
People were freaked out, trying to avoid contact with everybody.
Okindru says the crowding was all thanks to this new barrier installed in every MARTA bus in operation.
It's just, selfish. Protecting the drivers only, just blocking drivers off and, packing everybody else together at the back of the bus.
So I reached out to MARTA to figure out exactly what's going on. The company sent a statement that reads in part, the front of the bus was cordoned off to protect the operator and to allow space for those customers needing the accessibility ramp located at the front door. Since implementation of these changes, we saw instances of crowding in the back of the bus. We are addressing this by directing operators to allow fewer passengers to board and to display a bus full notice when they are unable to pick up any more passengers. Now, MARTA added once a bus is considered full, they will send a second bus out to pick up the rest of the riders along the route. Reporting live in Atlanta, I'm Trayson Bragg, CBS 46 News.
Trayson, thank you. New tonight, a civil rights group and hundreds of doctors are urging federal officials to study and release the race and ethnicity of coronavirus victims. It comes amid reports that African Americans make up an overwhelming number of those who die. In Chicago, black residents make up 72% of the deaths, despite making up only 30% of the city's population. Similar news has been reported in Detroit and Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the number of coronavirus deaths across the U.S. has now soared past 10,000. Nearly half of them are in New York. It comes as a federal survey finds that a shortage of tests and long wait times for test results are at the root of mounting problems at hospitals. And new tonight, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says another $1 trillion is needed for the next economic aid package.